Academy that far, who knows, right? How telling can that really be? I was saying that HAVU feel like a little bit higher on that quote-unquote tier 2 scale, so that might be a really solid indicator that it's going to go well in their favor, but it's hard to say, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's actually going to happen.
Yeah. All right, here we go. I'm being told by production that this is actually real. We're going into the game here, Sam. It is going to be Nuke. It's a best of 3 here for the ESL Melbourne 2024 EU closed qualifiers. HAVU Gaming versus Spirit Academy.
Kick things off here on Nuke. Spirit's map pick. So as predicted, HAVU going to kick things off here on the CT side. I do see a couple of dualies in play here, and it looks like we're going to be running straight into the bomb ramp.
Yeah. First 2 kills going to be popping off. keegaN going in for some revenge. He's going to have to jump back down and towards the ramp. He's going to get chased down. Managed to find one, but he's going to be limited amount of bullets. 8 bullets left. He has to hit all the shots, but unfortunately for him, keegaN able to get a last bullet on him, leaving it in a 2 versus 3. Rotation from Banjo up through vents. Coming here to support his teammate Uli. They're limited on information here, Sam. At the moment, never mind. It is now being set in motion. They are pushing a Magno with the straight-up headshot. Bomb is going to get dropped onto site. They're going in for the plant now. Banjo left in a 1v3. Pressure going to be coming through. He's on her at the moment, waiting for them to walk into his crosshairs, but no, he misses the chance. He was aimed elsewhere, waiting for a rotation around the silos, and his head is found and chopped off.
Great start there. Was looking a little bit dicey, moving in towards ramp there, having a little bit of a stack waiting for them to walk into, but they do a very solid job of making sure they win out that round. And now, going to be a nice little buy for them. Big spend coming through. Obviously, you want to force up into this. You want to have as much of an advantage as you possibly can, despite the fact that it's anti-eco, right? Like, you want to kind of stake your claim and make sure that you can go through with as many guns saved as humanly possible. For HAVU, however, full save makes a ton of sense.
Down into will secretly go. Should be easy peasy. Don't really think we should really expect anything special from this whatsoever. Although I always appreciate a good pistol stack up. If you can get a couple of kills here, especially the fact that there's a AK in play. If they could somehow grab that, that'd be amazing, but not likely to happen. Outside, some of the players go. They're going to be meeting heads on with the USB players with the Glils. This is going to be like lambs to the slaughter. Saying that, Banjo is going to be able to find one, but that is going to be all she wrote.
Yeah, like we said, right? Pretty much to be expected. Super one-sided. Just shut down all of those pistols, get them off the board as quickly as possible. Only losing out one gun, not a massive issue. You're going to take those over into the next round. You might have to reinvest ever so slightly, but you're still feeling comfortable with how that one went, especially if they can somehow recover that rifle. I'm not entirely sure if it was in a recoverable position, but if they can, aces. We'll have a look now. Sorry, we had to just take a quick one there. And no, unfortunately, not able to recover. So, Mac-10 still on board. But look at this. I mean, HAVU going for the MP9s here. It's still a huge favor for Spirit, unless the flash.
Yeah, the massive plays coming out from the MP9s. Remember, $600 per kill with that gun. I will keep saying it forever because it's a great gun to pick up. Uli gets a lot of damage with the single rifle that they bought into this round. And it works out. Wins the fight versus Alpha. And now Magno's left stumbling around in the smoke. Here's the footsteps. The pitter-patter of feet next to him. And Airax ready to smack him down with the MP9. Crosses in front of him, loses his life. 1v4. Pressure's on. If he crosses over in front of this player in towards Hut, he may well be facing some trouble. Although they seemingly have backed off. The bomb is recovered. And he continues on towards ramp at the moment. Going to be playing up against Otto. He's waiting, he's lurking. 50 seconds still left on the board. Trying to work out what would the best optimal play here be. I think get as many kills. Even if you die trying, it's going to be the best option here. Saving, not really the most optimal play. You're on the bonus round here. Comes through. Too slow to snap up. Shoots the toe off, but that's it.
Yeah, I thought he saw the elbow sticking out there, unfortunately. Was a little bit too focused. And to be fair, HAVU do a really good job. Once they have that huge player advantage, they fan out so, so spread thin that for one lone player, it didn't matter where he went, he was gonna run into trouble. So there really wasn't a right decision there, except maybe going for a save. And that might have been the better call here, because looking at this, it's a really, really wonky force here. They've got a little bit of firepower, but I think HAVU going to be feeling comfortable with this one.
Yeah, the last round was so destructive. That singular flash in towards Radio Room, able to get multiple kills with those SMGs. It's really going to help set up HAVU's economy going forward. Smoke set up for outside, but it's all bait in towards Hut they go, but they're going to get burnt alive. Forced forward, and Airax is ready to chop them down. He may well be blind, but just had to sit there and shoot. Banjo unable to convert that kill, but Baz is going to be heavily tagged down. Magno able to get some revenge. He's going to be in a key position, buzzed with his teammate, but Boo's going to go down a little bit too quickly. Likely in a now. It's 2 versus 3, not ideal, but the head's going to get found. Equalizing it. Now Otto sitting at the bottom of vent, not wanting to give away his position, but also knows he can't rush up this position to support his teammate. And early, he's jumping out. He's had enough. Footsteps have been heard. keegaN knows that player's going to be coming out from outside. This might be a good distraction. Never mind. Uli's going back up. Maybe it was all just a bait. Magno's going for the long rotation here, Sam. This is, you know, risking it for the chocolate biscuit if I've seen any. Time is going to be ticking. keegaN, he knows he's about to get pushed from somewhere. But can't be sure exactly where from. Smoke goes out over towards that position. Magno is spotted. Uli now going to be left in a difficult position of 1v2. Pressure coming on. Shooting down. Unable to connect the shots. Really well played by Spirit here.
Yeah, a bit of a weird one when it came down to the 2v2 there. You had one kind of chilling towards Secret, taking their time to get back to the rest. And there's an attempt at a pincer being made there, but it just kind of falls apart a little bit. I think the buddy system might have worked out a little bit better, but unfortunately by that point, you're already so far away from one another. It's just a bit of a spaghetti on the floor in that one. But Spirit going to be happy with that, and this is really crucial for them, because for this T side, getting so many rounds already, it bodes really well for the second half.
Yep. Especially coming into, obviously, CS2, which has now been the norm for a while. Less rounds. Don't have as much of a safety net. They are looking pretty good. You can tell they're feeling comfortable on this map here, Sam. They practiced on it. They chose it for a reason, like you were saying. Molly comes in. Banjo's going to reposition. Flash comes out. He's going to be able to look away from it, but he's unable to get a kill. Conversion doesn't come through from his teammate, who drops down accidentally down the ladder. Now Uli's trying to get a kill through the smoke, but it's not going to connect, and Otto is burnt away. If I'm honest, this may be time to just cool around. May seem really early, but they've been locked out so successfully. The fact that they had no one up in heaven puts them in a dire position here.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a save, right? Maybe one person kind of positions for a couple of exits, but for the most part, this is just keep our weapons. Take a look at their money, and you can see exactly why the save is the only call. Ooh, that's unlucky. That's truly unlucky, but he's good for one exit at the very least, so we'll take those. And yeah, I mean, this is feeling very rough for HAVU, and I don't know if you agree, but I feel like their CT side A protocols, like the utility that they should be using to stem the tide of these lobby rushes, are just not where it needs to be. It's been way too easy for Spirit to consistently take space on A with very little pushback, and I think that this is becoming a serious problem.
Yeah, we saw an execution towards A there, the molly coming directly down on towards site. And that's the moment in which you need the split-second protocol of like counter flashes, everything on that front. But we saw, I can't remember who it was on site. Let me check. I think it would have been Airax, who got just overwhelmed. He tried his best, tried to get a kill, wasn't able to convert it, and he was left there alone to try and support that angle. So yeah, a little bit weak on that front. I think they could have had a little bit of a presumption as to where the player's going to go. Although they may well have had a fake smoke trail outside, if I recall correctly, on that round. So, yeah, I think some improvement here from HAVU do need to come and play, because Spirit Academy, like, they're not messing around. They've obviously coming into this really practiced and are happy to play aggressive.
Yeah, and sorry, folks, we do just have a slight tech pause. Sorry for the back and forth. We'll be back in the game very, very shortly, so please do just bear with us. And yeah, like very often, right? So super common on A site, you'll have like the squeaky molly. You'll have like a smoke kind of towards vent. You might get a smoke towards like the lobby door, and so you're consistently shutting down parts of the map so that that rush can't happen. And as you say, right, counter flashes to come through so that as soon as they push out, you can then you play anti-flash against your own flash, and then you're able to kind of shut it down a little bit. And I feel like it's just not there. Whereas Spirit have been doing a really good job of getting in onto the side with their own utility. And this is a problem, and it's something that I think that HAVU really do need to address. We'll see now if Spirit go again for that same lobby push. They might just mix it up a little bit, but hey, if it ain't broken, don't fix it.
Indeed. 4-1 in favor of Spirit Academy on their map pick. Still got a bunch of rounds left. 7 more rounds, including this one on the T side for Spirit Academy. Fly is in their favor. We've got a couple of pistols over on HAVU. Let's see how they are going to fare. Some early utility being thrown out to try and deny their initial push from Spirit Academy, but it's not going to last for very long. So we need to be seeing them reposition. They've currently got no one down in towards B. They've got no one on that sort of secret area. You can see they're very much sort of clumping up around the A site and ramp. It's maybe an indicator that, hey, if they go B, it's theirs. Baz, maybe we'll be able to try and get a trade as Magno has gone down. Airax with this MP9 sees the barrel of the gun, takes the pre-fire, does a lot of damage, but no kill. But the position's known. Boo is going to be peeking around the corner. P250 in hand. Too slow. Misses, but Otto confirms the kill. Now down towards B they go. Rotation may well not be fast enough here. Door's already open. keegaN's ready to push, but Otto is fast on the trigger. Gets the kill. Going in for the second one as well. Easy peasy. That is his third kill. Not going to be able to find any more, though. Kazuli takes his second of the round, too.
Strong adaptation from HAVU there. This time around, they realize there's a little bit of activity towards outside. They pull back, and they go for a slightly more retake-esque position, right? Not full retake, but they're in a position where if they decide to go ramp, if they decide to go down to B, they have a really quick rotation. Or if they go A, they can also rotate back in. And they're actually able to, once they identify that the push is going to be heading towards B, they're very quick on their movements. And of course, Otto, great sight lines there, shutting down 3 by himself. Very, very well played there. And of course, having one player to create a little bit of a crossfire to ensure that that last player will go down as well. This is what we needed to see from HAVU, and hopefully they'll be able to continue with that. But this was a round where Spirit did not take that A aggression like they had been previously. This strategy could still have worked if they decided to go A, but if they realize that this is what HAVU are doing and they make their own adaptation, we need to see how HAVU are going to handle that. We're already halfway through this half, and HAVU need to start picking up more rounds.
Like that action from Otto, though. He was on point with the sniper. Let's see if he can do any more. Airax going to be able to get the first kill. Now looking to back away. He stays alive and also supports him perfectly. Very well played, but now they need to reposition. 3 players left on the Spirit Academy. They know they may well need to do some explosive action here to try and open up a site. This is going to be too little, too late. Indeed it is, as Banjo picks up one. The second one doesn't quite come through, but who's going to make sure it's confirmed. keegaN, last one left alive, and keegaN. 3 kills for his name, 3 deaths. Galil in hand. Decent amount of utility, but he's going to be running straight into the fire here. Where 2 of his teammates died moments before. He's going to get caught off guard here by Pure, potentially, who's now down on site. There we go. Good rounds and almost an equalizer. Have a re-academy, potentially.
I like that round. A really aggressive position outside, like deep into outside, right? Way up past the silo, getting straight up in Spirit's faces. So if Spirit push into them, they get a couple of kills. If Spirit are heading towards A, they can create a pincer. This works out really, really well for them. Again, it's something that you can only do maybe once or twice before Spirit read into it. So now HAVU are going to have to adapt yet again. Now they're taking a slightly more backwards hold. Otto, nice shot. Clay pigeon shooting.
Always love that. Don't really expect too much here from the pistols. I mean, trying to get the bomb down would have been the best I would have expected from them. Unless Baz goes mental, you know, he's got a deagle in hand. If he gets the opener kill, gun picked up, could make all the difference. But with Uli coming here to support his teammate, even with the low HP thanks to the full damage, I just don't see it really happening. They line up, and they get knocked down.
Very much to be expected on that one, right?
Mm.
And unfortunately for Spirit, that's the equalizer. And they're going to be taking this time out now, right? Definitely starting to feel the pressure a bit. They know that they need to get a bit more done here on this T side to make it a more comfortable CT side. And to read into a team that is constantly changing, like you can't say, okay, the AWPer is always here. Because Otto is all over the place. He was on a ramp at one point. Then he was literally in their faces outside. And then in the next round, he's hanging all the way towards Secret. So you never know where he's going to be. So to try and read into what their defensive line is going to look like, it's going to be a bit difficult. I think more than likely they hit back into their, you know, A rushes because that's where they've had the most success thus far.
Imagine so. Limited on utility, they've not got a crazy amount of flashes on the side of Spirit Academy, so as soon as they go for something, they're going to have to go and take it the whole way. That seemingly is the case. Uli's going to be outside in towards Secret. He's not been in this position before. He catches them off guard. He doesn't get to catch another one off guard, though, because they know where he's at now. Looking to burn him out of position. He's going to have to use his utility maybe a little bit earlier than he may well have wished, but keeps him alive. Then he goes out, and he's able to run away. Well played, and that initial kill was great, and Airax just chimes in with one of his own. Loses most of his HP, but the job's done. Otto almost pixel perfect, but not quite. It's going to have to try and wait to shoot once again.
Felt like Airax had no right getting that kill, I'm not going to lie. But now it's going to be a posture back towards A. It's worked before, but they are man down.
Yeah, and Uli's got a good position. He has given up because he wants to hold a little bit of a tighter formation here alongside Airax, so I think this may well be them trying to go for the drop down, but it's not going to work. They're being delayed. Molly's going to be burning for long. It's going to leave them on a very short amount of time. Airax, all he has to do is get one kill here on the bomb holder, and then maybe all they need. A Banjo's repositioning. Baz gets the first kill. The pre-fire's coming through. He gets the initial kill, but drops a little bit too early. Uli with the trade, and keegaN's left alone. 1v3, and Otto gets another kill here. First on that round, but he's got plenty so far this game. Even if it is just 7, most of them have been with that AWP.
Yeah, a bit late in the round to decide to make that A hit. Far less utility left than they would have wanted. HAVU read into it, reinforce that A site very heavily. Sure, Spirit get a couple of kills for themselves, but let's face it, economic damage is not a factor right now. $12,500 for Otto, yeah, they're fine. And unfortunately, Spirit back down onto pistols with, what, 3 rounds left in this half? Not great.
That damage. That's going to be annoying, especially with Mag 10s. Oh, let's see how these box of bullets can do. They're going to get burnt out of position potentially here. Jumping around the corner, going to be able to look to find one. Uli's going to be good for 1, and that's going to be Ulchi Roit. 2 kills here from Echo. That nade delivers even more damage. Flash comes out as well from Otto, but being up in this heaven position, honestly, not where you want to be. It's probably one of the worst places you could want to be if you are the AWP player. At this point, try and deliver some damage. I think some heroics are going to be a little bit too slow to come into action here. So all it's going to be is try and do some damage to the economy. Try and stay on top of Spirit Academy. They're going to be boosting up above. I've not really seen that this late in the part, especially with Alpha just jumping around anyway. So we may well see one of them die here because they've taken so long on this front. Otto misses the shot, and Alpha, he can't make it away, and neither can Nothing. What are they doing? That's 2 pointless deaths.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, part of me almost wanted Otto and Co to just, like, rush them down and just try and get as many kills as you can. Because, like, again, it's not like money is a problem right now for them. And there are literally only 2 rounds left. So But no, maybe the more responsible decision, deciding to hold on to their weaponry and not give over a free AWP. Now, Spirit have to pay for their AWP, which they have done. keegaN has that in hand. And I will say, like, you could look at that and chalk it up to, oh, Mac 10 SMG rush. But no, A site has been a weak point for HAVU pretty consistently so far. I think if Spirit just does that exact same thing, but with rifles, they should easily get these next 2 rounds in the bag. Provided HAVU haven't made the relevant adaptations. We'll have to see how that goes. Spirit having taken yet another timeout here, realizing, okay, A is a weak point, but we do need to be careful. This HAVU team looking a bit stronger than maybe they would have anticipated.
There we go. I think I was going to say first time AWP on keegaN this game, and it's gone. It's already been won. And Otto's found pretty quickly, but the trade from Berg comes through nice and smoothly. 3v4, not the situation Spirit want to be in. They have some money for the next rounds if they obviously don't win this, which doesn't seem to be the case. Alpha, last one left alive. The bomb is not in his hands. He's able to be good for one, but takes even more damage from a perfect nade. Almost perfect nade, I guess. Now he's going to get smoked out. They know where he's at. All they have to do is come out of the process. 1 minute to try and dance around. Don't really expect too much here from him.
The desk analyst in me really wants a graphic showing the time between the start of the round and the first kill of every round. Because it's been obscenely quick. And very often it's HAVU getting that first pick. Like, they have some serious aggression, and it's been working out a little too well as far as I'm concerned. That aggression in towards ramp. I mean, normally you hold back, towards like the top of ramp itself, not next to the ramp, next to the door, right up in the enemy team's face. And I suppose it's a relatively unexpected angle, but sheesh, 2 kills just like that in Spirit Academy. Their A hit that I was waiting for is shut down before it is even given an opportunity to blossom. And I think that this is the exact adaptation that HAVU needed to make. Their utility protocols towards lobby were not fantastic. So what do? Instead, you whittle away their forces from a pincer and make it so that even if they get in onto the site, we have man advantage. Works out perfectly. Last round and a half here, last opportunity for Spirit Academy to grab another round in their hands. But I'll be honest with you, 5 rounds is still pretty damn good for a T-side.
Yep. HAVU, though, I will say they tend to go with about 55% of their rounds on the CT side. So this, on Nuke anyway. So this is actually looking pretty good for HAVU. I'm not gonna lie. This tends to be where they sit quite often, and Puro's going to be meeting head on with them. He's going to be out bullets, but he still picks up 3! What a monster! And now we're left with 2 players on Spirit Academy, waiting to be spirited away. Banjo, ready to play a tune, and Alpha is going to be peeking straight into his crosshairs, but never mind. Oh, playing with fire here. You're going to have to be careful. Flash going to be coming through, but he's going to get burnt out of position. Alpha Airax going to be playing aggressive. Uli gets one. Now Baz, last one standing. 1v5. Turns it to 1v4. But he's still got so far to go. And yeah, Red Room's going to get pressured here as well. So what you can do is now try and push through. Try and find any initial kills. It's going to be so difficult to do anything here, though. I just don't really hold out any hope. 40 seconds left on the clock. The bomb is dropped in a position he can recover it from, but Uli's going to be holding that entryway if he pushes through in towards A main. Banjo, Uli, they're going to have it locked down, and there we go. Bing, bang, boom. There goes the round. There goes the first half. We'll be back after a short break. Don't go anywhere.
feels like you're my first crush back then in the neighborhood. And higher we fly, higher, the beautiful things you do. And higher we fly, desire these moments just with you. With you, with you, with you, with you, oh, with you, with you, with you, oh, with you, with you, with you, oh, yeah. It never felt so right with you. I'm gonna hold on to you, hold on. Hope you feel the same way too. I'm gonna hold on to you, hold on. It never felt so right with you. I'm gonna hold on to you, hold on. Hope you feel the same way too. I'm gonna hold on to you, hold on. I can't believe it's all true. Whenever you touch my hair, I'm feeling closer to you. Nothing else can compare. And higher we fly, admire the beautiful things you do. And higher we fly, desire these moments just with you. With you, with you, with you, with you, oh, with you, with you, with you, oh, with you, with you, with you, oh, yeah. It never felt so right with you. I'm gonna hold on to you, hold on. Hope you feel the same way too. I'm gonna hold on to you, hold on. It never felt so right with you. I'm gonna hold on to you, hold on.
Well, a reasonably close first half, 7-5 in favor of HAVU Gaming on their CT side. Spirit Academy not going to be too upset with 5 rounds on the T side. Now they have all the opportunities in the world to bring this back, but can HAVU keep things in their control?
Definitely going to be a spicy one here. Smoke outside the initial giveaway as to where they're potentially going to be going. Might well allow them to just push straight out towards this position. Alpha going to be holding down this courtyard. Missing the initial shots. It's going to allow a player to cross on over. Maybe even another one. Yep, the glass is going to be smashed. And the headshot does eventually come through. Otto loses his life. Uli trying to decide on where he wants to go. Echo is already going to be making his way down Alpha. Loot finds another kill. keegaN's going to get shot in the back there by his own teammate. Now keegaN going to be able to try and take multiple kills here. Finds 2 with the Julies. Flash going to be coming through. Oh, Uli, last one left alive. May well be able to get a knife kill. He's going to be sneaking up behind them. Goes in, gets the shank. This is the jail yard here. That is going to make all the difference in the future here, Sam. That extra 1,000 is huge. Peeking around, though, the Julie's going to be far too much. I appreciate it. I just want to mention the reason why Alpha was shooting that glass was to try and create a distraction away from where keegaN was. It worked, even though he did.
Listen, keegaN getting 2 there, that is illegal. He should not be able to get 2 there, but he does, so we take those. And yeah, no bomb plant, so the extra bit of cash from the knife kill, while it might not make the biggest difference in this round, saving it up into the next could be massive for HAVU, because unfortunately they do lose this first round in the half. So for Spirit, a little bit of a force up here, some MP9s, a FAMAS, yeah, a little bit of utility smattered in amongst it. Let's see if they can get themselves to an even scoreline now. HAVU playing a very patient game here on their pistol. You might expect them to be a little bit more aggressive on this one, but no. They're trying to default it up a little bit. Unfortunately, unfortunately not going to be terribly successful. Information called. They know it's going to be out towards the outside. Now all they have to do is slowly whittle away at HAVU's attack. One player left alive, Otto. He can do so much with an AWP in his hands, but with just a Glock, there's not too much that he can make happen. It's a flawless round for Spirit Academy. They get to keep all of their guns. And they'll come into this round feeling confident. AWP already in the hands of keegaN. Now, we did see this in his hands on the T side. Unfortunately, he didn't really have the chance to use it. So now we'll get to see what can he get done with this boomstick in his hands. Nice little bit of noise being made from HAVU here. Trying to bait some rotations if they can. Get that early information. Good bit of util from Spirit as well to deny some of those sight lines and slow down any potential rushes.
Yeah. Hopefully my mic's back now. I know we had a little bit of silence there. Let's move on. 7-7. Boomstick from keegaN. Want to see more out of it, like you were saying. 4 AKs on HAVU aside from that one Galil. But Galil, absolutely solid rifle. Want to see more out of it.
Galol.
Galol. Galol. Right. Not in that guy. Going to be alone here on ramp. He's going to be playing very silent. keegaN going to get burnt out, unable to get that AWP off in time. Now the pressure's going to be on. Not in that guy is going to be peeking around the corner. Takes the shots, but he's all over the place. He can't choose a single target. It's a difficult position to be in. Unfortunately, he falls a little bit too far. Now Airax is going to go find a kill with that Galil lol. And now the famous lol is going to be able to find a kill of its own on its own side. Now Alpha as well with one. Otto is going to have to try and mix this up. Able to find a kill. They're stopping his teammate from dying as well. Such a crucial kill. Alpha pushing on in. AK of his own. Oh no! Airax! The AWP whiff. Baz left with the MP9 and a defuse kit. Peeks on through, gets the first initial kill. But this is not a site in which you want to be facing off against these players with the MP9.
Alright. Airax redeems himself with that last kill. I was about to throw some shade. I was about to be like, you know what? Leave the opping to Otto. But he does get that last kill there, so we'll forgive him for that one tiny transgression. I think he probably just slightly moved his mouse. Something so small. And it could have cost them dearly, but they do recover. And that means that they will wrestle back the lead in this map. This has been a really solid defense from Spirit Academy so far. They're going to have to get a lot more done with it as now we go for, ooh, aggressive push towards outside into the smoke. Oh my god!
Spam that deagle. Well, for the man advantage, firepower not so much going to be in their side. Could definitely be doing a little bit worse for wear here if they're not careful. There's going to be a... There's no recovery out of that gun. It's going to be difficult to do so. Moody's going to be backing up. Oh, the headshot comes out and he drops! To Baz with the USP. He was left alone out there for far too long now. Banjo is going to have to try and deny them the ability of picking up these guns. Got a pack of pistol users here, chasing them down. Magno with another one this time. Doesn't need to spam it. Just a single head tap. They are going to be infuriated by this. Chasing this player down around the silo. We're going to get shot from multiple positions. All he has to do is peek around the corner. And now another kill is going to be go his way. And Banjo is just going to be left in the crosshairs between multiple players. He's going to try and now bring this back in as he's finding multiple kills. Smoke goes out. He's waiting. Neko isn't falling for it though. Here's the bomb getting tapped. He doesn't even have to do anything. Easy shot through the glass. Picks up the AK, and what a round.
That's heartbreaking! The fact that Banjo is able to get 3 in such quick, rapid succession, the spray transfers, there was like a 180-degree shenanigan there from one to the other to the next. He does so much to try and wrestle it back into his team's control. And honestly, slightly embarrassing round for HAVU, considering. But he almost is able to recover. And unfortunately, the shot through the window, through the glass, low HP. There wasn't too much that he could do to survive that one. Heartbreak, and back down to pistols.
That's going to be painful. But they've had enough experience playing as a team that they should be able to recover from that downfall. A kick to the face. You got to appreciate Spirit Academy. The tenacity of the way they were playing in that round. The fact that it started off with just a spam through the smoke from Magno. Gotta love it. Don't really see this going their way. So we should be looking at a 9-8 lineup. Spirit Academy might just be able to try and find the betterment of HAVU here. There we go. Ooh. One upgraded pistol finds a kill. So he at least, you know, recovers the $300 he invested into that round.
Unfortunately, not much to be said about that one.
No.
Which is fascinating because we literally just came off of a thrifty into a round where the pistols don't win. You know, literally night and day scenarios there. With the Spirit Academy, that was a very easy round to get themselves through. 4 buys across the board here again. keegaN hasn't really had too much success with that boomstick just yet. I'm waiting for it. I am a stereotypical op fangirl, and I have not been pleased in this map.
No, I mean, Otto's had some good kills, but it's nothing too crazy. The smoke being abused there. He was back off in time. Banjo peeks around the corner, going to be able to find one, but the trade's going to be coming through from each side. Pua going to be good for one, but turning his back against Not an Echo. Might just get caught off guard. He turns around, takes a single shot, but it whiffs off into the air. I thought that would have been an interesting push, but good recovery coming out from Spirit. And now HAVU going to be spread across the place here. Now I'm going to plant the bomb on that B site. A little bit secure in the side. Oh, Uli. Gonna have to be careful. The boomstick is taking some initial shots. He's gonna have low bullets. He taps away. He misses far too many. He's gonna be able to peek around the corner, gets the kill, and also the AWP for Otto.
Oh, that was shenanigans. That was shenanigans and a half. But ultimately, it's HAVU. And this was the thing, right? Like, I'm watching this shenanigan going on. The 3v3. And the entirety of the remaining HAVU squad are on B, and Spirit are still having a tea party up on A. And it isn't until the door is opened towards site that they suddenly go, hang on, bomb gets planted, and unfortunately the retake not as clean as it needed to be. HAVU Gaming bring this back to an evened out scoreline. It is neck and neck here so far in this first map. Really tough to say which way it's gonna go. We're still in full buy territory. Otto's got a AWP back in his hands. Man, there's no way you fell for that a second time.
This time he doesn't get to survive either. Oh, that is hilarious. I do love that mechanic. It's so good.
Yeah.
All right. Magno's going to be in a decent position here to try and counter any sort of initial pushes down in towards B. Spirit looking pretty good. HAVU on the other side, not so much. They've not really been able to take too much there. I mean, obviously outside in the sort of courtyard area near red, sure, but they've kind of been given that space, especially after there's been a singular kill per going down, who has been a heavy hitter for their side. And meanwhile, Not an Echo is going to be going exploring with Alpha. And as soon as they have this information, look, they're just repositioning. They know what they need to do. I would be very surprised if HAVU are able to convert this over now. Unless they do a little bit of a fake and just push up in towards that A site. Which it seems like they may well be trying to do after causing a little bit of a diversion. Question is, will they be able to do so safely? Baz, Alpha, they've not rotated yet. There's also a player down in towards Hell. So this could quickly go badly for them. Cleaning out the site, going in for the spam as well. The headshot comes out, not sure where from. Bomb's going to get planted. Molly out on towards Heaven. AWP going to be holding that. The A main position. Boost going to be coming up in towards that Rafters position, allowing them to lock this site down. But unfortunately, Not an Ego able to get that initial kill. Nade's going to be coming through. Airax going to get heavily tagged. Alpha's going to be able to get a kill of his own. keegaN onto early. Now it's going to be Airax. Last one left alive, but keegaN, the boomstick comes out. One after another, Sam. We may not have seen it from his perspective, but more importantly, we saw it from the clutchies position. Airax, who was unable to find a kill there.
Yeah, I mean, this was a great recovery from Spirit, it felt like. And I use the term recovery very loosely, right? Great retake. Get that first opening kill, have that numbers advantage. They don't make the same mistake twice. They reinforce that B site just in case. And HAVU Gaming start running out of options. Bit of util starts to come through. And yes, HAVU get onto site. They get the bomb down. They get that extra little bit of cash. There's not too much more that they're going to be able to get done there. Their post-plant positioning, not ideal. And it doesn't help when you're losing your duels.
Right. Oh, Ban's going to get burned alive, but he's going to be in a good position to be able to find 2, almost 3. Alpha cleans up the 3rd. Uli with the Tech 9 is able to get a kill, picks up a rifle, but it's not long before his life is taken. Good round from Spirit, able to recover that first initial kill there. Baz was so crucial.
Potentially the penultimate round here. Spirit winning this will put them on map point. And this is what we were saying, right? Getting those 5 rounds in the first half makes such a big difference. If they get 3 rounds, our score lines are completely reversed here, and it's HAVU staring down the barrel of winning out this map. Instead, it's them on mostly pistols, 1 hero rifle to try and change the fate that they have been dealt with, and unfortunately, already taken their first death.
Yeah, I think they may well have already been a little bit triggered on this front. Kind of losing their composure, trying a little bit more of a chaotic streak, and it may work, but Baz is going to be here to deny the bomb plant. Should be looking at this as the penultimate round, I would imagine. Obviously, Airax has something to give, but it's not going to be enough. Baz the denier. Losing only 1 player there, and the AWP was recovered. So overall, who cares? Good round there.
Yes, who cares? And now we're in, potentially, the last round of this map. Spirit, that's what I was saying, man. Just because they didn't have the greatest stats on this map prior to coming into this, doesn't mean they have not been training for this day. I can hear that Eye of the Tiger montage going. They were ready for this. Maybe not as clean as they would have wanted, but a win is all they really need. So now we're going to see a little bit of presence towards outside there. Oh my god, Airax just, like, sneaks up.
Oh, through the smoke they go, not finding each other. So Uli's passed through undetected at the moment, and Airax already going to be up. Nottingham is like, wait, hang on, I swear there should be people around here. Why is there no one here? This is going to be a very similar situation as the before, where they suddenly hear the bomb going down and being like, wait, how? So, imagine we'll be experiencing that in a second here. Alpha is Molly down below. I mean, they already kind of knew that they've lost control of this map. They're going to have to go in for the retake 1. Problem after another. Uli finding that initial kill. Tries to switch out to utility. Realizes it's a bad idea. Rifle doesn't quite work either. 2v4. And too late to call in for a save as well. Nottingham might well try it, but he's going to get cut off from above as Airax finds the kill as we, for some reason, switch over to Banjo's view. Fortunately, not going to be the kill cam. Baz, last one left alive. Not really going to be anything to be said here. 10th round on the board here for HAVU. Is it too little too late though, Sam?
I don't think so. I mean, the fact that they survived this with 4 players left alive is pretty damn massive. Unfortunately, Spirit are still going to have a ton of cash going into this next round. They're not too concerned with having lost 1. They'll still be able to full buy in. And to be fair, this was one of the first times that we saw HAVU with a strong position towards B where they didn't get chunked down in mid from a random nade. Also, Airax being able to get so much space for completely free. Like, I was so focused on what was happening in the smoke that I didn't even see him just lurk up into that position and take Spirit completely by surprise. Those 2 opening kills are definitely round changers. Can they replicate that? That's a massive surprise kind of pop thing that happens, but it's not necessarily something that you can do consistently. HAVU have got to find more ways to innovate. Otherwise, you know, map point. Spirit just need 1.
Is all they need. The pressure is on, and such a young team such as Spirit Academy, they've only been together for such a short time. Are they going to start to show cracks under this pressure? Or will we be seeing some diamonds being created? Similar to the likes of Donk. Although I don't think we'll be seeing another Donk in a long time. The last one prior to him was Monazy.
True.
Let's see what we've got here. Spirit Academy, I think, are going to be able to pull it back on this front, but let's just let the game tell its story. Bad's going to get burned alive. Voodoo's going to be deep onto the side already, but he can't quite find a kill. Banjo's going to be good for one, but Magno going to be able to go in for the trade here. Bad's going to be hidden on this position is so well, but keegaN's going to have to drop down. He gets killed. Bad's going to be able to go in for 2, maybe even a 3 kill here. The triple could be huge. It's all he needs, but he's going to be out of bullets waiting for his teammates to come through, but it doesn't matter. He's going to be looking to find the kill, unable to trade it in. Now, Airax, last one left alive. He was nowhere to be seen whilst his team were deep in towards A site. If he'd just been there to support Uli, this could have been a different matter. 1v2 for this map. Clutch situation, the pressure is on. Peeking around the corner, doesn't quite see Not an Echo, who is now going to be playing around this position. The bomb recovery not really going to be happening here. The peek through, he doesn't see the rifle. Oh, 30 seconds remain. Peeking out, he's going to have to peek up in towards heaven. He's going to be putting himself in a almost pincer position. Peeking around, gets the first initial kill. Now should know whereabouts the last player is. He's got a molly as well. This is huge. This may well allow him to put the pressure on. He knows the player's peeking around the corner. He goes for the spray. He gets it, Sam! Clutches it through. And now we go through to the final round before potentially overtime.
No, Tom. I wasn't even worried, all right? So that is what we in the biz call a late lurk. Really late lurk. Omega late. So late, in fact, that he almost missed the whole round. But wow, what a recovery. What a great job of isolating those 2 duels, of creating a little bit of a distraction so that he has the advantage when it comes to that 1v1. Unbelievable clutch from him. And this is really important because they've done significant damage to Spirit's money at this point. So it is going to be a very broken buy from Spirit. Definitely a force, but still very broken, right? 2 MP9s, a deagle on the AWP player. It's just not ideal by any measure. There is a world in which this goes OT, but let's remember that the team now on a broken buy is the same team that had a full eco and won it. So there is every world, and you and I have casted a few eco rounds that turn into map win rounds, which is devastating, but also kind of funny. So we'll see if Spirit can replicate that, or if HAVU will take us to that OT.
Probably the slowest time we've seen it takes for a kill to come into the round, Sam. Usually we've seen at least 1 dead by now.
True.
So that is a change. Magno going to go out in towards this secret position. 1 or 2 rifles. There's no utility on him. No utility on Baz. They've got 3 smokes in their midst. 2 now. One's been dropped off. Second one as well. So all I think HAVU needs to do is just wait for the smoke to dissipate. And then they can go for the execute. Magno, he pushed outside. I hadn't even noticed. He sneaked. But only to his own demise. The first kill is going to go in the way of HAVU. Now they're pushing towards Ready Room, looking to be coming through. Not an Echo is going to be in a good position. Flash could come out. Although it's only Alpha, I think, who has one, so they can't even flash this into this position, which means they have to go in dry. And Otto, he's ready and willing here with the rifle to lock in some heads. Airax loses half his HP, not even sure where that's from. But waiting around the corner, he's distracted. Airax drops down, gets the headshot, and now they push on to the site. We may well be looking at overtime, but Baz, Not an Echo, looking to try and deny this as well, but they lose control of the site, and now it's going to be down to 2. keegaN and co going to get absolutely obliterated, and overtime is on the cards.
Unreal, unbelievable scenes. I'm really impressed with how HAVU were able to maintain control of that. And I think that part of that comes down to, so Spirit are obviously, they're waiting because they want to take shorter range battles because they don't have the weaponry to take long range battles, which is exactly why they have one of their players sneaking all the way up to the top of outside, almost into CT, or rather into T-spawn, to try and get up close and personal. Unfortunately, loses the duel. And then Airax being able to get yet another from the drop down and everything just goes in HAVU Gaming's favor. They know that they cannot be too eager. They cannot get right up into Spirit's face, because with a low buy, with the weaponry that comes with a low buy, it means that they are unlikely to win out those. Not unlikely. Let me not say it that way, because AKs are still really strong guns, but there is a huge advantage for these closer range weapons. So they keep it, keep it social distancing, right? Make sure that there's a little bit of space, a little bit of breathing room, leave some space for Jesus, as they used to say in school. And they do really well at bringing it back into their control. 12-12. Gonna hit that overtime. Hell yeah.
That was really enjoyable. Like, HAVU should have won this map. Like, they in all parts have more experience as a team. Like, take what you want from it, but they're number 23 on the HLTV's world, like, ranking. Currently, Team Spirit Academy are 120, 130, but I would say they're pretty much unranked at this point until they get some more tournaments under their belts. But I'm excited, Sam. We're going to go into the first round of the first overtime here on the first map.
First day of the closed qualifier as well. Good to know that we've got some absolute bangers in store for us for the rest of this qualifier and into Melbourne itself. But for now, bring things back here onto Nuke. Let's see what these two teams have up their sleeves. Spirit's still going to be on the CT side, and winning these rounds is going to be crucial.
Oh, Alpha with the first initial kill, going to be looking good. Going to get flashed outside, going to get absolutely obliterated by multiple players. Magno with the trade, but Pura is going to be good for 2. keegaN with the AWP. He proved how versatile you can be with it in the previous rounds. Let's see if you can live up to that into this one. Airax drops down in towards Secret, getting followed by Otto. AWP in close proximity. On the side of Spirit, they definitely have a chance. They've got a player who has rotated down. It's going to be not a Neko. Sitting above the site as well here on the catwalk, waiting for any kind of real disruption, not wanting to bring that glass into office. And he's actually going to be in the perfect position if he just remains where he is. As soon as this door opens, he should be able to have the time to be able to turn on them. But he's so aware that they could be coming from any kind of direction. 30 seconds left on the clock. And here they go. Door opens and out they push. He loses the duel. This may well be round, but it's not over yet. 2 players still left alive. keegaN with the AWP. Baz with the A4. There you go. Baz going to be dropping down. Didn't make any noise, but keegaN did get hit by that nade. May well be position known now, but Otto's going to be in a firefight with Baz. Up close and personal with that AWP. Switches through, gets a kill, and now keegaN's being spotted. I think he was originally noticed thanks to the single point of damage done via that nade. It does give a sound cue.
Great communication, though, right? As soon as that kill comes through from the Tech 9, as one does, a little bit of jump spotting there, a little bit of peeking, and keegaN gets spotted. Information given over to Airax. Airax reverses ever so slightly, and we'll get the final kill of the round. And the reason, so I was saying just before that round started, these rounds are going to be crucial for Spirit, because as well as they did on their T side, CT was definitely the stronger side. So not winning these rounds is going to make things difficult when we swap around.
HAVU trying to maybe poke their heads in towards that ramp position. Going to be leaving your outside, lurking near A main, holding the rear. Matanaka's going to be facing a lot of pressure here. Flash initially comes through, but he's not affected by it. He is going to drop down. Smart decision. Allow his teammate with the AWP to take the initial shot, and it works. The kill comes through as the molly was a little bit too slow on the hell position. Now they're going to be in a difficult position. A main is going to get smoked out. It's going to allow Pura to push on through. Banjo, meanwhile, going to be rotating back through a radio room here. keegaN finds Pura. This means 3v5, and there's a solid setup here for this site. They've been poking their heads in all directions, Sam, and they've been slapped away each and every time. Smoke. Not going to give them actual physical cover, and magnojez are going to be spraying trying his best to find something. The nade comes through, but he just delivers more damage until Banjo shoots back, gets a kill. It's not equalized yet. And they're so heavily damaged. Uli and Otto, they're single shot away from death. Banjo. Oh no, Baz, he finds two of them in Alpha. He just jumps up the vent and says, hello, I'll be having one of those.
Yeah, a bit awkward that nothing was done about the player boosted up. I mean, that's such a well-known position. There's a reason it gets mollied off so consistently when you're execing onto A. And as they try and cross their way down into vent to get themselves down towards the B site, they don't check it. And it costs them dearly. However, that round had already started quite rough for HAVU. They weren't able to kind of restabilize. 13-13. Spirit. One more round for them here would make things pretty comfy.
See if comfort is what they need, but honestly, I think with keegaN, he's kind of come alive. He's not got a crazy amount of kills. He's had high impact ones, similar to Otto. Although I think Otto's only had maybe 5 kills in the past, like 6 or 7 rounds. Not been that exciting for him. Not that easy. Just might need to pull himself up by the bootstraps. Get back in the game. Minute left rather. Uli is waiting and peeking in. Ban's going to be sitting up above on the catwalk. His teammate's going to be making a lot of noise. Airax now going to be peeking over in towards the crosshairs of keegaN. About to lose his life. No, he wins the duel. Peek his advantage. And out in towards ramp, he gets dropped. Advantage now going to be on HAVU's side, though. And they've actually caused a massive fake here, as they're now going to be down on towards the B site. Nothing Echo knows that there's an AWP still in place somewhere, so doesn't want to over-invest. But they need this round, but Uli is going to be protecting the ventway, so they can only go one position, and that's going to be from that ramp spot. 2v4, difficult, no utility. They've got 2 kits. Shot comes through, Otto gets the kill. 1 left. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Pura finds his second kill. That is a fantastic first half. It's going to leave it fairly spicy as we go into the second half of the first overtime.
Okay, that kill from Airax, that swing, that's illegal. No peeker's advantage has become quite a thing. I say become. Since CS2 released, it's been a bit of a thing, unfortunately. But, I don't know, man. Monacy hits that. Maybe a rough comparison. As HAVU get themselves into the lead once again, back on the CT side. 2 rounds is all it takes. Spirit have a lot of fight in them. They did well on this T side, particularly towards the end, but so they can keep that going. HAVU not really looking to give an inch here, and there is an AUG, and I can die happy.
Alright, well. See if that one can make any difference here. I do appreciate a good AUG, especially on Anubis, which is going to be up next if you are just joining us. AWP versus AWP. Otto going to be peeking around the corner. He does wait for a moment, but he's going to be able to spot our play. He misses it. Oh, that is unfortunate. I'm not really going to bully anyone who misses opportunities like that because I still think there's issues on CS2 in that regard. But anyway, Banjo trying to push in, trying to recover this position. It's not going to be that easy, though. Smoke comes through. Going to have to force him back even further. This is just fantastic utility play from Spirit Academy. Along with just in general, just really good plays. Banjo switches up his position, trying to get something, but honestly just being given nothing. keegaN, he is a killing towards the arc on that. Don't really see this going in the way of HAVU, but who knows? Stranger things have been seen. It seems like they are dispersing, looking to get out with dodge. Save that AUG.
Yeah, a bit of an unfortunate one here. Great pivot from Spirit, rushing straight down towards that B site. And interesting because HAVU, usually they did such a good job of locking down outside. I think there was only 1 successful round from Spirit towards B site in the last half where they began their execute towards B, right? Like it was B from the start, B to the end. There were no fakes, there were no rotations, it was just we're going B. And there was only 1 instance where they won that out. So for them to have been able to make that happen here, gotta wonder, what were HAVU doing? The first half seems to be a distant memory to them. But great job to Spirit to be aware, to be cognizant, knowing that HAVU like to have a little bit of shenanigans towards outside, and they did lose their first player there. So able to stabilize, able to push down, lock down that B site entirely, bring it back to a tied score line. And of course, the pause to come through, I think, is really important because, again, they know how much they struggled. They were struggling towards A site earlier. B site also somewhat locked down. Sorry, got that backwards. They were doing well towards A side, struggling towards B. And there was a lot of problematic shenanigans from ramp. So now they take that time out and they consider these things and they say, all right, ramp was difficult. We struggled towards B. Maybe they go A again, and it looks like that's what they're doing.
Dude, my main concern for HAVU is the fact like their tactics book is out of play. They haven't really had to push into overtime on this map before. Banjo, though, going to be able to get the first initial kills. Magno pushes through the smoke. Airax going to be looking to try and help out his teammate as well. Trucks in the smoke, delays the potential inevitable. That's contradictory of what I just said. Outside, though, really going over the backstab. If they don't check this carefully, they may well lose one or two players. Up above is going to be not an Echo, but he waits. Oh, this player is spotted, but he's going to be able to be good for 2, maybe 3. Lights them up, knocks them down. keegaN with AWP in hand, the boomstick. Oh no. Uli with the backstab 3, massive kill, Sam.
It's all gone wrong.
I hate to say it, but I think this is going to go to overtime too. I just don't see this going any other way unless keegaN... Nah, he got a headshot there. He had no life.
I love how your first thought is OT2. Not, this is where HAVU win. You just like, no, we're going into another overtime. The thing is, like, that was a weird one for me from Spirit because I was saying this in the first half, but what HAVU do is they try and pincer. They have people pushing aggressively from ramp side. They'll have somebody pushing aggressive and outside, and they will try to pincer and circle in. And Spirit knew that. And they don't check for that. To be fair, what normal non-psychopathic human being does that?
Yeah.
But HAVU have been doing it, so you've got to be aware of that.
Most of HAVU's games have not really extended beyond into overtime, especially on this map in the past 6 months. Oh, Uli, no! Jumps around the corner, gets headshot. He's only going to be good for 1. The trade comes through now, advantage on the Spirit Academy's side. But there's going to be a lot of information going to be coming through here. The bomb might get caught in their crosshairs as well. Not an Echo might catch them off guard though, but Pure is going to be peeking around. Gets the kill. That's the bomb dropped. I might have just cursed Spirit Academy. I said they might be able to take it to overtime too, but no. Looking to be the other way around unless Baz can do something about it. He falls too short. Now keegaN is left in a 1v3 on their map. They've done so well, Sam, but it seems like they may well be stumbling at the final hurdle. Well, AWP in hand. Trying to find any kind of initial kill to help him. Oh, Puya chucks out a nade. It's going to give us away his position, but keegaN, he just has to hold this. Wait patiently. But he's only got 28 seconds. He can't wait for this whatsoever, and unfortunately, he peeks on in. He gets dropped. That is going to be the round over. Oh, good game. 16-14. Feels like we're playing CSGO there with that scoreline.
Yeah, honestly, a lot closer, I think, than I had expected coming into this. I think that Spirit did incredibly well, given that, you know, we didn't really know what to expect from them. We surmised...